What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my studio. So we got some breaking, updating news for the upcoming Power Rangers reboot. And this one is really interesting, but it also has people crashing out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Some are against it, others are with it. But basically, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but screw it. Here you go. You also want to look at how we expand our exciting Tokusatsu special effects franchise, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and Power Rangers. This has always been Toei's forte, and we're hoping to expand these properties. So, they're basically telling us that Toei and Saban are not involved in this reboot. So this pretty much just confirmed that we've been thinking for a long time that this reboot is 100% real, and it's not going to be made in Morphin. It's going to be an original team. No Super Sentai footage, no Japanese stock footage. Like, they're basically telling us, okay, it's time to grow up. Like, look at the 1990s Ninja Turtles movie, for example. When the animation show came out in December of 97, it was a smash hit with kids all over the world, but you also have some adult fans who grew up with Ninja Turtles and went on to get movies, TV shows, and the comics were just as dark as the films. So that lets me know that with Power Rangers case, they're not gonna continue on with the Sentai adaptations. They're gonna be all original team, which is all confirmed straight out of Deadline. And if you want the link to the article, it'll be down below. But mind you, I did not go to that article because, for one, it's too long to read, and y'all know how I am with my bad reading and stuff, but at least I'm giving you all the information that you need. So just think about this for a moment, right? If the 1990s Ninja Turtles movie was that successful during its time, imagine if Disney Plus Power Rangers TV show could have the same thing, same type of success. Because the Ninja Turtles movie, even though they took some elements from the 1984 comics, but it also mixed it up with some campy cheese to appeal to the younger audiences. But the story is dark. The music is dark, it's gritty, and it was its own thing. So what I'm saying is about this Power Rangers reboot, you don't need to have a darker, gritty reboot. That right there is something that the Power / Ranger did years ago, and it was that bad, in my opinion. I wasn't really feeling that. But to me, if you're gonna make a reboot, same style, same tone as the 2017 film, even though that film sucked, but make it make sense, make it more Power Ranger-ish, but add some drama, high stakes, and make it a fleshed out story, a continuation story, not adapting a Sentai. But if you are going to adapt the Sentai, like let's say if you adapt Gojuger, if you adapt that Sentai but not use the stock footage, if you could just somehow bring in some guy in the costume and bring on the CGI artist who is great with CGI, especially like how the Autobots and the Decepticons look in Bumblebee and Transformers Rise of the Beast. If the writing is good, if the CGI can match the outside and from day to dark, or whichever location it is, then I really believe that this reboot could become successful if you have the right marketing team. Because all of this is just confirmed. There's no question mark. It's real. This is no April Fool's joke. This is real. And the reason why I'm excited for this is because, one, I remember back in 2020 when I was completely against it. But when you look at other projects like the Blue Beetle and how all of the amazing VFX that you have nowadays, that could easily work with Power Rangers. With its own budget, with its original stories, ideas, you don't really necessarily have to rip out the storylines from Sentai, but you can just make it your own show. That could easily work. Look at RPM. RPM was its own story, even though they used a little bit of less stock footage, but the story was darker, it was mature. It worked. So what I'm saying is that if you give these people time to cook with Power Rangers, with this project, Lord knows the Power Rangers will be back to its glory days. I said this 1,000 times, but I believe it. I believe that this franchise could succeed if you have the right people, the right producers, writers, screenwriters, screenplays, and if you cast actors with martial arts, any sports backgrounds, then this reboot is gonna shock a lot of people. Not just kids, but with, people of all ages. Like, make it a family show, like Sonic the franchise, like Sonic the Hedgehog. That's a family brand, and so can Power Rangers. If you play your cards right, it can work. So I'm glad all of this is happening. I'm excited for this. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want the link to the article, it'll be in the description as well.